Hello and welcome to another video. Today's video, are robots going to replace us from our jobs? You see, according to the World Economic Forum, AI will replace 85 million jobs by 2025. So that's next year. So you can see why people are worried. Now the real question is AI robots going to replace us from our jobs? Most likely yes, but is that a bad thing? Well, I guess it depends on how you look at it. It could be a good thing or it could be a bad thing, but it depends on which side you stand on. You see, the reason why we think it's a bad thing is because we've been told by YouTubers and public figures that if AI replaces us from our jobs, we're going to see a world of mass unemployment, pure fighting, anger, and anarchy. But is that real, or is that just clickbaiting to get views? It works because we humans are scared of the unknown. We don't like change. Therefore, they can use that to their advantage to form views. So, is this fear valid? You see, this fear isn't new. Similar worries have come from every major technological advancements throughout history, from the first industrial revolution to the rise of the internet. The invention of agriculture displaced hunter-gatherers, but it allowed for civilization to emerge. Printing presses made scribes redundant, but it also led to an era of mass literacy and spread the knowledge across the world. Electricity put candle makers out of business, but it also lit up our cities. The car replaced the horse-drawn carriages, but it made mass transport and efficient transport available for the world. Telephones replaced messengers, and there have been so many other technological advances that have replaced the prehistoric versions. For example, the internet itself has replaced so many jobs, industries, and businesses. You see, the internet has replaced blockbusters because people don't go to the hardware store to buy DVDs. You can pretty much stream anything you want to stream from online. It's made businesses accessible to majority of people across the world because you don't need a brick and mortar store to start a business. You can start it online, sell things online from your house. It's given the chance for people to be writers, singers, musicians, because you do not have to have a record deal, sign with a record deal or a publishing deal. You can write your book, you can create your music and upload it to the internet and let the people decide if they like it or not. It's allowed people that would have to join a big organization such as the BBC to become journalists, become independent journalists, which is beneficial for us because they can then tell the truth and not be biased towards it. You see, what I mentioned right there is the benefits of technology and advancement. So, what does that mean for the future? Well, contrary to popular beliefs and I guess popular fears, the rise of automation and AI will actually lead to more and better jobs, because when one old job is automated, a new opportunity emerges. You see, when you had horse-drawn carriages, at that time you needed to have a person that could control the horse, look after the horse. But now you have cars, and the jobs that have been created is manufacturing of steels, manufacturing of the car parts, the tires, the wheels, the interior, the seats, carpentry, designer, technology as well, and then the maintenance of cars. So you have companies that manufacture the fluids, the liquids, the parts, the auto parts, and then you have the mechanics that are there to fix the cars. You see from one little invention how many jobs have been created. Same thing with the telephone. Before, you wrote a message, gave it to a person, he ran across the room, gave it to another person. Now with technology, you need to have all these chips and parts and plastics and metal and glass to make a mobile phone, or the telephone, I guess, but let's talk about the mobile phone. And then you need to have an internet. You need to have an internet provider. You need to have a SIM card provider. You need to have other people that are maintaining the lines. You have so many infrastructure by one design, which means you have so many more jobs. Now, yes, certain jobs may be eradicated, but if history's taught us one thing, whatever new invention comes along, many more jobs will be created for that one aspect. And with AI, the standard of living for majority of people across the world will improve dramatically. And I'm not talking just the Western world. I'm talking about the third world, quote unquote. I'm talking about countries where people cannot afford the basics. For them, having machines, robots be efficient, have no human tendencies to be lazy, greedy, and just do the work, it will have surplus of wealth and surplus of time for people to eventually be able to get themselves out of poverty. You see, things like social media have given the opportunity and internet for people in third world to make a lot of money, to get themselves out of poverty. But it's also given companies of social media to employ people to run the operations on a day-to-day. So social media has created new jobs, cars have created new jobs, phones have created new jobs, medication have created new jobs, trains, planes, the internet has created so many new jobs. So when the old inefficient job has been replaced, many new jobs have been created, and I think that will be the case moving further along, because you're going to need people to take care of the machines, take care of the robots, take care of the AI technology, and also it allows to have more efficient production of your time. For example, if you have things like deepfake, or you have things that can edit, create videos quickly, then that means more and more movies, more and more music, more and more cinematography can be released quickly, and people have freedom of time to consume whichever one they like. They don't have to wait a year or two, which means if you're a movie person and you're in that creative field and you're able to make 3 movies in a year instead of 1 movie in 3 years, look at how much more money that you can make. Now, those movies have to still be hosted somewhere. They still have to be hosted on a server. People have to still take care of that server, take care of the internet. Someone has to build the mobile phone or the laptop or the TV that you're going to watch the movie from. Also, another fear of people is that technology such as the metaverse will lead us to social isolation, and people will become they become helmets, won't they? Yes, helmets. It's just a slang word. But basically, people will become isolated. They won't know how to socialize and spend their time online. But is that really the case? Will that really happen? You see, we humans, we need other people. We cannot be in solitary confinement. We need to interact. We need to see others. So what the new technology revolution will do is improve our soft skills. You see, it doesn't matter how many movies you make, people still want to go to the cinema. You see, we can stream 4K HD movies from our computer, but we still want to go to the cinema and have that social aspect of watching a film with other people. We can order food to our house, but we still want to go to the restaurant, be in a busy environment, and still interact with our friends and have this background chatter of people going around. We can listen to music on our phones, in the car, but we still want to go to concerts and festivals for the social aspect. We still want to go to football stadiums, basketball stadiums, to watch the game live for that aspect, for the social aspect. Which means the whole isolation idea of fear mongering, it's not going to happen, because our human nature never changes. From the dawn of time to the end of time, human nature will stay the same. And not only that, machines can be used to increase the production of food, meaning more food for more people, which should mean lower prices for food. Better efficient technology means faster and better creation of products such as phones, cars, better insulation for our house to keep us warm, better TV programs, better music. And because it's easy to make and you don't have to pay a massive amount of human labor, the product should, in theory, be cheaper. But obviously greed can come into this, as it always does. So with all that being said, and the fact that history has shown us that technology, yes, it does replace us from jobs, but it creates more better jobs. You see, we could replace one job, but technology will create 2-3 jobs for that one job that it replaced. So, will robots take over our jobs? Yes. Will it be a bad thing? Most likely, no. And even if it is, oh well. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a comment below of what you thought. Give it a like, subscribe, and take care.